The Maharashtra government has approved Adani Group's bid for redevelopment of Dharavi slums in Mumbai. The Eknath Shinde-led government passed a government resolution in this regard last week. So in this episode of Mumbai Matters, we will discuss this much-awaited redevelopment project of Dharavi, which was stuck for nearly 2 decades. Hello and welcome. I'm Purva Chitnis, special correspondent with ThePrint. Dharavi is Asia's largest slums, and it is a very complex structure with multi-story slums in very small areas. But it is famous on global tourist map because of its bustling economy of cottage industries, tanneries and pottery workshop. But it took over 15 years, false starts, seesaw in plan, and then multiple headlines about high rises and free houses before election for the actual redevelopment plan to kick in motion. Previous governments had actually attempted a redevelopment plan, but it did not kick in. The earlier governments had tried to put the plan in multiple phases and invited multiple bidders, but there were no bidders to actually take up this project. After which the government decided to take matters in hand and appointed a special purpose vehicle, after which the sea development plan actually kick-started, of which we will talk a little later. As per the official data, Dharavi is spread across 259 hectares, out of which 173.9 hectares will be a part of the redevelopment project. Of this, 147.4 hectares is estimated to be occupied by slums. As per the conditions that stand now, those who have resided in slums since before January 1, 2000 qualify as beneficiaries. But interestingly, Dharavi redevelopment plans have always been a talking point just before the elections. The plan was first mooted in February 2004, just before Lok Sabha elections. Then in 2006, then CM Vilas Rao Deshmukh approved bid process ahead of BMC elections. In September 2008, bids were still kept alive despite the expert committee finding faults in the bids. But this was ahead of Lok Sabha elections in 2009. In 2011, bids were scrapped, then MHADA took over the redevelopment process, a part ahead of BMC polls. In 2014, MHADA completed just one building ahead of Lok Sabha elections. In 2016, ahead of BMC elections once again, the bids were invited. Then again in 2019, ahead of Lok Sabha polls, project goes onto drawing board. And now finally, ahead of 2024 Lok Sabha elections, Adani Group was handed over the project. Last year in October, when the plan was actually getting conceptualized, 8 bidders attended the pre-bid meet. Those bidders also included bidders from UAE and South Korea. After which, 3 bidders actually bid for the project. One, Adani Group, then DLF Group, and third was Naman Group, who did not qualify for the actual bid. Last year, Adani had put in Rs 5,069 crore bid for the redevelopment of this project. Adani Group outbidded DLF, which had quoted Rs 2,025 crore. The project is expected to cost around Rs 23,000 crore, and it will be one of the largest redevelopments by a government agency in India through global tendering. In this project, the state will own 20% stake. Now, as per the cutoff of January 2000, there are nearly 60,000 families who are eligible for this redevelopment. But now this project has brought some uncertainty amongst the residents in Dharavi about their future in terms of livelihood and accommodation. Because the last survey in Dharavi was done in 2008, and since then, the population has doubled. According to official figures, there are now nearly 7 lakh people residing inside Dharavi and who are also employed in various cottage industries. So they are fearful about their future, but the government has said that those who are ineligible for free housing will also be accommodated. But it is not even that simple. There are hundreds of ground plus 2-story structures in that locality, in which one room is occupied by the house owner and the other one is given for tenants, and they have been living there for many years. So in this project, if these structures are demolished, the owner might be eligible to getting a room, but what about the tenants? And this is the fear that these residents have. The social activists also fear that there are many people who have set up their shops and establishments and do not fall in the cutoff list and are not eligible for free housing or accommodation. So what about those people? Will they be relocated somewhere else? Because that land is in prime locality and that might be sold for higher profits. Now, whether these fears will be materialized or not, time will tell. But finally, this project, which was stuck for nearly 2 decades, is now starting. It needs to be seen whether the fears of local residents or these activists come true, or whether the government actually stands up to its promise of rehabilitation. That's all we have for you in this episode of Mumbai Matters. For more such episodes, keep tuning in to The Print.